All right, welcome back to Interesting as Fork. I feel like we haven't been here in quite some time, so I guess my videos haven't been very interesting lately. They're like, nah, Jordan, your videos aren't really interesting no matter what subreddit you're on. We just watch because our lives are so exciting that we need to occasionally have it dulled down a little bit. So, hey, no matter to me, I'm glad you're here. Let's start off with number 19, a 65-foot tall lava bubble in Hawaii 50 years ago. This one's been interesting for a very long time, I guess. Is that actually a 50-foot tall lava bubble? Yeah, dude, I want to see this thing pop like the top comment. Oh my god. I feel like this would be the top post of all time on popping if we had actual video here. How did that even, how did it make it through the water without cooling before it reached the surface? It stayed lava all the way through as it floated up to the top and then it popped? I have so many questions. And wouldn't you be horrified that as that thing pops, it's already made it through a bunch of water, when that thing pops and it shoots lava projectiles at wherever you are, aren't you a little bit scared of that? That you're gonna get incinerated? If just a teeny tiny little thing of lava landed on your arm, would it just go straight through? Oh God, I don't even wanna think about that. Would it just fuse to your arm or wherever it hit? That's kind of horrifying to think about. How the bullet time scene from The Matrix was made. Oh, some old behind-the-scenes special effects from The Matrix. This should be cool. Did you know that Keanu Reeves, I guess, gave a whole bunch of his really big paycheck on The Matrix to the special effects personnel for the movie? Good guy Keanu Reeves. Very nice. Okay, so they did a they did some full-on wild... Is that like a 360 camera going around? I don't know what the whole yeah, okay, so it's a camera that goes around in 360 as he's doing that, and then I guess they put him into a digital environment or something like that. If you haven't seen The Matrix, good film. The stuff they do in movies, pretty freaking wild. Half the stuff I see, I'm like, I don't even know if it's CG half the time anymore. You know? People love to say that, oh, they did it better back in Jurassic Park and all that. I bet you, 80% of the time that you're seeing something and you think it's the real world, it's CG. Because we can do buildings and inanimate objects really well. You can't even tell that they're CG at this point. It's just, humans have a very good ability to pick out CG humans and animals. We haven't mastered that yet, but dude, CG is freaking better than ever. It's wild. He's definitely done this before. Is that a cobra? I need some more pixels, but... You just about to grab a cobra, dude? Why? Why? Just... There's no reason. Oh. Damn, we got the snake whisperer over here. Dude, just... Wait, are you... And you're now just gonna let it go? Why did you do... If you're just gonna let it go... Why'd you do any of this in the first place? Are you just you know what? It's... Did this dude just put the damn snake to sleep? What? Hold on. It just went from, I'm gonna murder you, to, oh, this is nice. Let me just relax right now. I love the way you hold me. How do you do that? What? Maybe he just strangled the snake, straight up cut off circulation to its head with the way it grabbed. Oh my God. The detail on a 500-year-old marble sculpture, Michelangelo David. As much as I do appreciate that quality of work, having to just analyze stuff, man, it really ruins it. I'm I just want to look at it and be damn, that was pretty cool stuff. I don't want to take it any further than that. If you want to, that's great. But general education requirements. Yes, I know, I go from an image of a sculpture to general education requirements at university. That's my train of thought. Just deal with it. Giant sculpture crawls out of the ground in public square of Budapest. That's pretty cool, actually. It doesn't look so much like it's crawling out of the ground, more that he's just got woken up and is really mad about it, or he's throwing a tantrum or something. He's like, Mom, I don't want to clean my room right now. And he's pulling the cover back over his head. No, I'm going back to sleep right now. It's only 10 a.m. on a Sunday, all right? Let me get more sleep. God damn it, Mom. Yanks the grass back over him. Wonder if you're able to walk on the giant's back. or if it's like fenced off. It doesn't look very fenced off. It's cool though. Very cool. Aid airdrop. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Oh, like you're actually dropping supplies out of a plane. Now I get it. Wow. Damn, that's actually super cool. I wonder, is there like some kind of electronic system that the whole thing is rigged up to come apart? Or is it completely mechanical? Like as soon as it gets enough velocity, something just trips off and then... I'm amazed. Like none of the packages seem to get tangled. All of them opened independently. Some impressive engineering right there. I haven't a clue how it's done. And can you imagine if you accidentally like walked in front of one of those things that's getting deployed out? Whew. I wonder if you held on for dear life, if the parachute would be big enough with the added weight of a human on it. Would you survive? Underside Grind. Oh, shred the gnar. When you said Underside Grind, I mean, what comes to my mind is certainly some grinding on a skateboard, but I did not think that's what it was going to be. Nice. You can tell there's been a lot of attempts by all the snow that's stuck to the roof in there. Like just where he's been aiming. So I wonder, like, did he do it and he just hasn't stuck it took him a while to stick the landing? What I'm curious about is, did he exert actual force on there in order to flip himself the halfway to get back right side up? Or was it kind of like he did a backflip and it just so happened that the apex of his backflip, his board hit the top? I want to believe that there was actual force. Like he rode the roof for a little bit. No matter what, it's pretty cool and impressive. Virtual wearable UI tracking technology. Dude, this is what the future is going to be when we all have chip implants in our head. And this is just what we're going to see out of our eyes. No glasses, no nothing. Next 50 years, I'm sure it's going to happen. See, you all think, you're like, no way, I don't want to have a chip implant in my head. And yeah, that's probably the case for most people. But there are going to be a few people who are like, hell yeah, sign me up for some chip implants so I can have instant access to any and all information in my head. And then those people are going to be at such an advantage in the workplace. They're going to be so far ahead of anyone else, able to fetch data, info, whatever, so quickly that everyone else, if they want to catch up, they're going to have to do it. So you say you don't want it, you say you don't, but eventually, if you want to be competitive in any field, you're going to have to do it. It's going to happen someday. It really is. And then, damn, what happens when they hack those things? Like, can someone hack your brain? I'm not about that life, dude. It's terrifying. Machine designed to clean lakes and rivers from trash. Any trash from lakes and rivers? This trash has too much water in it. We need to get rid of the water so that the trash can exist in peace. Yeah, clean trash from lakes and rivers. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a smart way to do it, because water it's a big strainer, pretty much. Big strainer conveyor belt, because water can go through the grates and the trash can't. It seems like a fairly basic idea. You're doing good work. This is an actual painting. Yeah, I've never understood how people are able to use paint and get things looking that realistic. But they're able to. I've definitely seen paintings before that, at least when you're, I don't know, over like 5 feet out or so, you can't tell the difference between it and a photo, and then you get close and you're like, oh, those are brush strokes? I did not see that coming. Honestly, one of the best ideas. Edible 6-pack ring. The 6-pack ring feeds sea animals instead of killing them. That is pretty cool. Saltwater Brewery sells 6-packs with rings made of barley and wheat. I wonder if it ever just like disintegrates before you actually take it home. You're carrying the package by the 6-pack ring and it just like all the cans fall apart. Not that it's really the end of the world because, well, it's just some cans. They're really wholeheartedly embracing it. Hopefully the beer tastes good. Probably doesn't to me because I don't like any beer. I don't know. There is no beer that tastes good to me. Never happened. I like sugar. After 4 failed attempts, I finally captured the ISS transiting the moon. That's pretty cool. That looks like a TIE fighter, actually. I think you just captured an image of a practical effect getting tested for the next Star Wars movie, perhaps. But good try. Maybe you'll get the ISS next time around. Dog has a condition that makes it hard to get food down, so he eats in a special high chair. Oh, that's really cute, actually. You're going to go in there and sit up, and it's like a... Oh, he even closes it himself. That's amazing. I need to watch it again just to see the dog close it. Get this down in front of me. I want my food. That's amazing. Eats like a little baby. That's great. How Old Spice commercials are filmed. Oh, I think I've seen this one before. It's pretty cool. Like, they actually do practical effects for it. It's some damn cool stuff. Like, damn, like, oh my God. Some upside down aquarium practical effects moving set. How fun would it be to be that actor in those commercials, to get hooked up to that rig and watch all, like, it'd be really difficult to actually act. So mad respect to him, because you'd be so just like, look at all this amazing stuff going on around me at all the time. How do I focus on the lines that I'm supposed to actually say while I'm flying through the air and all these moving parts are going around? This is so amazing. I just want to look around and not talk, but I have to actually act. So that's even more interesting than the commercial itself. You guys should use that as the commercial. Using augmented reality to visualize underground utilities. That's a pretty cool application. God, yeah, man. I don't even like to think about this stuff, just because it kind of makes me really nervous. Like earthquakes and lines breaking, and it's just all this stuff is buried under asphalt and concrete, and the sheer difficulty of accessing it and repairing it. I don't know. I wonder if we went back with the knowledge we have today and had to rebuild everything again, would we do it in the same way, or would we make everything easier to access? I wonder that. All you civil engineers out there, you're doing good work. Keep on pursuing it, because damn, I have no idea. Mini cannon. Oh, this looks cool. You can actually use some real gunpowder on this and launch something. What are you gonna launch? Like a Tic Tac? That'd be a cool projectile. A Tic Tac cannon. Is that like actual gunpowder? Hold on, come on. So you just... Wait, what in the world? What are you gonna launch? A piece of paper. A little paper cylinder cannonball. Whoa! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was just gonna bounce off of the can of Pepsi. Not straight up impale it. Holy crap, can you imagine if you just accidentally, you're like, I wonder how hard this thing is gonna fire when I shoot. Let me just put my hand in front of it. It just goes through your hand. Oh my God. Like, that'd be something, you build this thing as like a little kid. Oh, I wonder what some gunpowder shooting a piece of paper will do. I guess it didn't do anything the first time, then it just straight up goes through the thing. I wonder what the force is that is required to go entry and exit wound out of a Pepsi can. That would, if it, even if it wouldn't go through your hand, that would impale you. Oh my God. Guy buys quail eggs from a supermarket and manages to get one to hatch. Wait, but aren't eggs supposed to not be fertilized when you buy them? Isn't that kind of the whole point of why eggs are, isn't that why eggs are sold not fertilized, just precisely so that this doesn't happen, so that you're not eating bird embryos? It's very cute. But does that mean that when you buy quail eggs, you are actually eating bird embryos? Because I don't... All right, hey, I've never bought quail eggs, so still weird. Generally, you don't eat the entirety of an animal. It's kind of like a particular part. Whatever. Anywho, that's it for the last month of Interesting as Fork. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Reddit videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to the music playing in the background right now, link is in the outro over on Marin Music. I'll see you next time.